Hey everybody, Mike Buck with AK Sled Shed. We're fortunate to have Graham Predeger here today to talk to us about avalanche safety. He's got some really good information to share. He's really an ambassador and an advocate for the sledding community, and has been a teacher for years with the Alaska Avalanche School. He's got some great information for us today.
Hello again, Graham Predeger here with the Chugach National Forest Avalanche Center and the Alaska Avalanche School, coming at you live from Mike Buck's backyard, also known as Hatchet Pass, Alaska. Wanted to just talk to folks a little bit about some common mistakes and lessons learned from last winter and previous winters. When we go back and look at avalanche accidents and fatality statistics, there's some very common themes that kind of ring true through several of the last seasons. One of which, avalanche beacons. We know that this is a basic tool, a basic piece of equipment that we're not leaving the trailhead without. Well, if you look at the stats from last year, 3 out of 8 of the fatalities, folks either left the trailhead without an avalanche beacon or with their avalanche beacon turned off, and which was later found out after the victim was recovered. So developing that parking lot protocol, basic avalanche beacon checks every day, no excuses before you leave the parking lot. Number 2, 5 out of 8 of those fatalities last year, snow machiners had airbags. That's awesome. This is a great statistic, and compared to 10 years ago where maybe 1 or 2 out of 8 people would have an airbag. So we're definitely seeing more airbags out in the backcountry. It's a phenomenal technology, but recognize it's not a magic bullet. 3 out of 5 of those folks who had airbags were unable to or did not deploy their airbags and were subsequently buried. It's undetermined why exactly folks weren't able to deploy their airbags, but just recognize that A, airbags are not a magic bullet, and B, there's human error involved in this. If you don't turn a Jet Force backpack on, it's not going to work for you. If you don't pull that trigger out of your sleeve, it's not going to work for you. If you don't practice and build that muscle memory of where that trigger is on your backpack, it's not going to work for you. Third, we're talking about multiple people on a slope at the same time. This is really basic information that you'll learn in an avalanche level 1 or even in an avalanche awareness class. The idea with riding an avalanche terrain and recreating an avalanche terrain is you want to minimize your victims and maximize your rescuers. So what does that mean? That means one person in avalanche terrain at a time, and everyone else in the party needs to be in a true safe zone with eyes on. And if we can abide by these 3 simple rules from lessons learned from years past, I think we'll do ourselves a favor, and we'll go a long ways from providing a safer experience in the backcountry for everybody.
Thanks everybody for watching today. I want to really thank Graham for being out here and sharing some really good information with us. Have a fun, safe season. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks.